Everyone knows how quickly AI is evolving, and if you're trying to make money from it, you need to evolve just as quickly. The ones that adapt are going to thrive, but the ones that get stuck in any outdated methods are just going to collapse. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact AI trends that you need to capitalize on, including using AI with data and start selling AI systems with hyper-automation, allowing you to scale your operations and land real high-ticket clients. So by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to focus on to future-proof your AI agency and stay way ahead of everyone else. So let's get into it. So you probably heard me mention hyper-automation and thinking, what the hell is that? Right, well, as you guys know, I worked in a MSP, a managed service provider. 2 managed service providers before I started this agency. Now, I was never even going to call this an agency. I never even looked on YouTube for this before I even started. I just saw firsthand the impact that this was having for businesses, how easy it was getting to sell. I just needed to jump in. And now I've seen the YouTube, I can sort of see a different side to how to sell it. A lot of people jump on a bandwagon. So I'm just going to educate you on what it is you should be selling compared to what these people on YouTube are talking about. So automation has been around for centuries. I'm sure you already know this, right? So I think in the 17th century, people couldn't be asked to sew their own clothes anymore. So they built textile machines to do it for them. 100 years later, we were building machinery to automate a load of tasks within factories. Then we couldn't be asked to walk anymore. So we were automating walking by the use of cars or bicycles. So automation has always been around. And that's not what you're selling. You're selling hyper automation. It takes it to a completely new level. You can now combine the greatest technical invention ever into these automations and optimize and scale a whole business effortlessly. So it's going above and beyond. You can create full integrated AI-powered workflows, AI-powered systems that integrate with a load of different apps, their existing systems, to save time, optimize efficiency, and allow a business to scale so much more, whilst also increasing revenue. They don't just want one tool, they want an entire system. This is why SaaS has done so well. People have gone out there and created a software that is really helpful for businesses, but it's an entire system. Think Instantly API is an entire system for your outreach. Go High Level is an entire system for your CRM, or every other CRM, every other ERM. People want entire systems. Yes, they are interested in these little automations that we can do, but if you can build them an entire system, your own perceived value will triple, quadruple, 5 times, 10 times. So hyper automations are big projects that are extremely high ticket. So think the lead gen and outreach system. AI voice callers, that they can automate a whole process, a whole job. Customer support chatbots and AI ticketing and CRM integration. A lot of companies, especially tech companies, have issues with their customers raising tickets and they're not getting back in time to their customers. The customers are getting unhappy. So if you had an AI chatbot that could, one, help them first off, so any questions could get answered there and then. If it doesn't, it can then get escalated to someone and a ticket is created. And then you can integrate that into the CRM because there's too many companies that have disjointed systems. What your role now should be in 2025 is joining all these systems together and having them flow efficiently. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. It is obviously quite hard, and these are huge projects that are going to allow you to do that. And what I mean by just disjointed, if I was to give you an example, when I used to work for a managed service provider, a customer might raise a ticket, but I'd have no clue that they have, and then I'd be ringing them going, hey, how's it going? I mean, what do you want to buy? But they're unhappy because they've raised a ticket 2 days ago that hasn't been looked at. Whereas what if you could just integrate that into the CRM? So every time before a salesperson rings someone, they should always look at the CRM to have a look whether or what the recent notes were, what you called them about before, because you can't remember every single customer that you speak to. So normally you write notes and input it into a system. So when it's in the next time to get in contact with them, you've got your notes there about what you spoke about before, etc., if you even did speak about them. So a system that just adds the tickets automatically to that system so the salesperson knows, it's not just going to help the salesperson, it's going to help the engineer that's on the task. It's going to help the customer. It's going to help upper management. So that's what I'm talking about. Whole systems, not just automations. And obviously with a whole system, it's a lot easier to land a long-term retainer for a lot more. You can be selling retainers for $1,000 a month minimum, absolute minimum within these huge systems. 10 clients, that's your $10,000 a month before you've even started the month. And you can do that within 12 months. Easy. Maybe not easy. It depends on your skill level now, but you get what I'm saying. It is doable. It's possible. A lot of people, I think, who watch my videos and watch videos on YouTube want to do it, but maybe had a couple failures and think it's not possible. I can't explain this enough. This is so possible. The earlier you start, the better. If you're starting now and you're not going to see any traction for a while, or you haven't been seeing traction, it doesn't matter. You're starting. I wish I started at your age if you are 18, 19, 20. And if you're a lot older, at least you're not looking back thinking, why didn't I start? Well, you might be looking back, but at least you're starting something now is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, enough of the motivational talk. We're here to talk about hyper automation. So how to sell hyper automation as an AI agency? What do clients actually want? So businesses aren't buying your automations. And what I mean by that, obviously they are buying your automations, but they're not buying it because it looks cool. They're buying it because of the result and the outcome it gets it. So instead of pitching automations or AI automations, pitch it as a business transformation strategy, right? A digital transformation. You're going to be transforming a large chunk of their business operations. So that's what you should be calling it. And again, your perceived value or your perceived authority is going to be seen as a lot higher. And it's like there's been no gold rush, guys. You're not late. You're early. You're still early. I'm telling you, there's people now, and a lot of my younger people won't even know what I'm on about when I talk about this. There's people now that are only just moving to the cloud. And a lot of my younger people might think, well, what do you mean the cloud? The cloud's like always been there. We're always been in the cloud. No. You think working from home was always a thing. COVID accelerated that growth because we had to work from home. Before, people had servers in a data center which ran everything, and now we're being able to move a whole company's organizational data, put it on a virtual server somewhere that's in the cloud. And there's a lot of businesses that haven't even made that transformation yet. Trust me, I know. I've worked in this industry. The biggest opportunities were in digital transformation. There's a hell of a lot of companies who are still on premise instead of being in the cloud. So instead of your lead gen automation, if you're reaching out, I've got a lead gen automation, a lead gen machine. It's an AI-driven lead generation system, right? Just change the wording a bit. Customer support automation, AI chatbots and AI-powered ticketing systems. AI is a buzzword. You've got to use it as much as you can, in my opinion. Sales and CRM automation, AI follow-ups, deal tracking, outreach optimization, operations and decision-making AI-powered business intelligence, dashboards, real-time insights. And I'll get into data and AI in a moment, but I've spoke about it before. I'm going to speak about it a lot more. Here it is now, because this is a huge opportunity, okay? It literally is a secret weapon, and I've spoke about it before, but I'm going to dedicate a whole video to it. But data and AI is a goldmine. AI is still new, incredibly new. Data's been around for ages. Imagine when people didn't have to write things on papers anymore and they could write it on computers. This is the next step. Now, instead of having to spend weeks summarizing data or looking for it, you can now pull data from different bits within your OneDrive, for example, and run it through AI to analyze it to make smarter and quicker business decisions. So it's called business intelligence. Imagine being a business intelligence partner. How good does that sound? Businesses will be able to predict trends using AI, improve operations and scale. And this isn't just basic AI and basic prompting. This is serious stuff that is 100% doable. You're not just going to be automating tasks. You're offering AI-powered consulting, and clients will pay top dollar for this. I've spoken before about how you have to be the expert. You are the expert. Believe you're the expert, and just talk people through different situations and scenarios and systems that could really help them. So, for example, you could analyze industry pain points, which is pretty simple through Perplexity. You could create AI dashboards. There's something in that Microsoft have created, a bit of software. It's called, or they actually bought it and made it their own. Power BI, part of their Power Apps offerings, so to speak. Now these are dashboards that do what I've just said: drag data from loads of different places within their organizational data to create dashboards that are appealing, you can look at, and you can make decisions quicker and better through seeing these dashboards, right? Now, a lot of them are paying thousands for a tech company to come in, or Microsoft. Well, Microsoft don't do it. They hire these tech companies or outsource, or whatever the word is. You know what I'm trying to say. To build them these dashboards called in Power BI. Now there's literally in make.com a node for Power BI. It's already self-integrated. You can just get access to their Power BI. You can either create dashboards for them, you can extract the information, pull it through AI and put it back in with real-time insights. You can use Perplexity to do that. The opportunities are endless. These AI tools are incredible. And the stuff you can do, especially with data, have a look into Power BI, start looking at it, understanding what you can do to either automate the creation of dashboards, because businesses, imagine just being a business owner. You guys are business owners, and you instead of having to second guess everything or think you're making a strategic decision, your evidence is there in front of you in a dashboard telling you to do this or do that. Real data-driven strategic insight. It's the way everything's going nowadays. You used to before look at a football player and think, crikey, yeah, he's a player. Now he's only a player if he runs 20 kilometers, if he's burnt so many calories, if he's covered every blade of grass, if his heat maps all red or something. I don't know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Everything is data-driven. So imagine sales revenue and forecasting. That is a huge one. Businesses forecast their sales and revenue every single month. Some do it even more frequently. If you could predict that by using the data that they've already got from their sales team's pipeline, extract that, put it through AI, give it also previous months' forecasts and end results, what they ended on for the month, it could easily predict what it's going to come out as that month. Sales meetings will now take 5 minutes. I mean, sales teams meetings, upper management meetings will now take 5 minutes as opposed to half an hour every week, sometimes longer. Risk analysis, this is huge. This is what Power BI is used for as well. You can extract data from where people are most likely to get injured in places, in jobs, like construction. You can analyze data from before about, you can go down to what days people most likely get injured, what time of the day, on what equipment, etc., and you could decrease the risk of injury or death in some cases just by analyzing risk through AI. Marketing as well for the ultra personalized emailing campaigns, and I don't know if anyone else does this. I'm sure other people do, but not many. If you reach out to people, you're almost guaranteed to be the first person you're guaranteed to be the first person that I've spoke to them about this emailing campaign, emailing tool, emailing system. So change your perception of yourself to a business growth strategist. You're not just an automations guy. Someone asks you what you do. I do automations. No. You're a business growth strategist utilizing AI and automations. So how you can actually structure and sell these services in 2025. Sell done for you AI systems. So you've created it all, you've integrated it all with their existing applications, and you've started to implement it into their business. You can then manage them. For an implementation fee, you can charge anywhere between 5 to 20k. For this type of stuff, I wouldn't go under 5k, and for some particular ones, that's going to be incredibly cheap. The amount of value that this has for them is just incredible. You don't need it all up front. You can be, since you're just starting out, you can be completely flexible with your payment options. If they say, oh, that's a lot, yeah, but pay it over 3 months or pay it over 6, or let's do a sort of milestone billing. Every week I complete a build, or every time I complete some milestone within the build, you pay me that amount. And position it as a hyper automation solution. People wouldn't have heard of this. This is now even more new to them. Don't position it as a automation solution or an automation. A hyper automation system. They wouldn't have heard of it. Put emphasis on it as you're saying it. Use your tonality, and they'll get butterflies as you say it. AI consulting and AI-driven data insights. AI data-driven insights. Business intelligence and decision-making solutions. Businesses will most likely pay more for insights than just for an automation. And what I mean by insights is, imagine there's some kind of secret book to making £1 million, and you've got half the book. You can see inside a few of the pages before everyone else. There's your insights. Or you can see an overview of it or the blurb, but it's secret, it's buried. There's your insights. You can utilize AI to help businesses use their data to analyze it, to then find insights about where they're going wrong, what they could then be doing better, how to scale past a certain amount. It's incredible. AI SaaS or no-code AI products. So I've put there, it's not, right, I'll go through it. So you can create these hyper automations on make.com and NA10. Even though you're not a SaaS company, you can still come across as one. So it's not a service. They actually own it. If you do what I'm advising, you build the automation, you sell it to them, and then you sell a retainer on top. Clients love it. I was on a call today. It's a big opportunity. And I was speaking to the sales director of this really large company, one of the biggest in their industries. And he mentioned that was one of the things he loved. I got this sort of SaaS product or this SaaS service, but I'm not selling it as a SaaS. I'm giving it to them. It's theirs. And they loved that idea. So use that as a selling point. By the way, I'm not a lead gen. You've probably reached out with the lead gen system, right? I don't just do lead gen. I'm an AI hyper automation specialist. We're a hyper automations solutions provider, right? We implement extremely high ROI systems into businesses and let them keep it and run it and own it and drive ROI for as long as they want. Clients love it. So the execution plan. You need a plan. So first, identify the opportunities, where the opportunities are. You can use Perplexity. You can do LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I do really like it. The fact that you can just get a higher plan and you get more lead filters, for example, the category interest. Once you're on a discovery call, you can find the opportunities from there. You can be asking questions to understand their business and find the biggest inefficiencies within their business. And then maybe use Perplexity to do your own analysis of competitors and find pain points and understand exactly what it is these guys could be going through, because you haven't worked in their business for 10 years, but you've got to act as if you have. They've got to feel as though you know what they're going through, in a sense. So you've got to have knowledge on different tools. So for example, Bolt for app and website creation, Make and NAN for piecing all the apps together, SaaS platforms like Instantly for your outreach. You've got to have knowledge on all the different tools and you've got to know them all. I think on my channel, what's good is, if you subscribe, which you should do, I'll teach you everything in terms of any new tools that have come out that are worth knowing about, and we can just learn them together. And step 3, sell systems, not automations. You're selling whole systems and retainers to help support those systems after they go live. And you can literally just, send them an SLA of different support packages that you have. You can have me so many hours a month on this package, so many hours a month on this package, on that package, or what's included in this package, that package, and that one. But that's it. I know this might be a bit technical for some. I know some people might be learning and you might be thinking, why is he going on about this? No, maybe just learning how to make a auto reply system on Make, and now he's telling me I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not telling you that at all. I'm just saying change your wording to be different from everyone else. You don't want to be the same as everyone else. Be different, okay? So now we're hyper automation specialists, not selling automations. We're selling systems. We're business growth strategists, business intelligence. Give them something, I don't know. But yeah, I think if you want your agency to really thrive in 2025, you have to be doing something different. Move beyond that basic automation and into AI, hyper automation, and AI-driven business intelligence. How good does that sound? I'm putting that on my LinkedIn right now. Go check my LinkedIn. You'll see that. So yeah, if this video's helped at all, smash the like button, keep commenting, subscribe if you're new, or if you keep watching my videos and don't subscribe I'm joking, subscribe. It's helping out. I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a great time doing this. Mainly it's the comments that are making me the happiest. You guys seem to be taking a lot on board and enjoying the content. So I hope that continues, and let me know if there's anything else you want to see. But I'll see you in the next one.